is my attempt at making a YouTube video. It's gonna be chaotic, it's gonna be messy. I'm gonna have to fill in some blanks later on, I'm sure. But I'm gonna try and get a lot done today because I feel like I haven't been getting a lot done and I need a productive day. Are you done with your bobbles? Oh, big stretch. Yeah, that's where we're at. Today, I need deodorant. The farrier comes today and we're gonna talk about options for him, and then one vet comes back on Tuesday, and I'm just now realizing that as I say that out loud, I just scheduled my dog's vet appointment on Tuesday. I need to call the doctor, I guess, maybe HD meds. I really do.
Hello? Anybody home? Oh, you want to stretch? Will you stretch? Just a medium stretch. Just...
Okay, so I'm in the process of feeding horses. I just have to show you guys this. Oh God. Okay, so Baby Bo is out here, like, in the elements with me all the time, right? But the bugs are starting to come out. I got him this, and it makes him look like a zoo exhibit. Hang on, hang on. I don't know what this is for. Anyway, here's the masterpiece. His blanket's kind of all bundled up in there, but he looks like a little butterfly cage or something. Anyway, I told you guys I'd be real with you, and my horse just pulled back and either broke his halter or broke the tie. He was tied out here because, and he's got hobbles on. Someone call PETA. He was tied out here because he broke my nice rope halter. How'd you even do that, dude? In his whole mess he has going on, he's getting very herd bound because he's just out to pasture. Wow, the bugs are horrible out here. Out to pasture all the time, and so when I bring him up for the farrier and stuff, he does not want to stand, and that's not gonna work. That's just not how we do things here, so we are relearning how to stand. It is also kind of funky weather this morning, so we're just gonna kind of blow some steam, and then we're going to stand quietly. And I'm also doing this as an opportunity to see if he's sound, because he has not been, and this is the first time I've actually seen him work outside of just turnout since he got on the Osphos, and he's been on Equiox consistently. Good boy. Okay, so farrier just left. I didn't record them working, obviously, but I think we made some good progress. We talked a lot about options for Diesel in prolonging his life and making him comfortable and basically reversing the damage that is done as far as how his feet go. And I think we had some good conversation, and and we're supposed to go now on the 11th to go shoe him with the vet, which is, I think, good progress. We talked about doing, oh, scrunchy. We talked about doing glue-ons, which are expensive, but I think we'll start him moving in the right direction instead of the wrong direction, which is where he is now. What are you doing? Are you having a good time? That's Frito, the new barn cat. Okay, so I'm gonna put some horses back outside, and then we're gonna get to doing other productive things.
What are you doing? You trying to poop? You trying to poop? Are you trying to poop? Yeah, you like pooping. You like pooping. You your daddy's son, yeah. You your daddy's son.
Okay, brief intermission to take care of the baby. I decided not to go to the store, which I'm probably going to regret later, but I did have a Chewy order arrive, so I'm going to grab that and I'm going to throw first I am gonna come over here and shut these fans off because this temperature drop is a little crazy. You still alive in here? Hey, bud. God, I want you to get some more weight on, honey. He struggled pretty badly with ulcers over the winter, so he's working on getting his weight back up, but
I wish it would happen a little faster.
Still got hay? Still got hay?
Good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Good boy. You're a good boy.
Why are you sniffing my pants? Pea brain. Are you eating all their hay?
Hey, Wonker. Hey. I know, I'm not coming for you this time, buddy. I'm not. I am. Hey, Volty.
Okay, so I don't even know if I've ever had this guy on here before. This is Volt. My friend owns him, and she's been crazy with work lately, and with everything diesel. Oh my God, there's a chicken. Get away from my child. Thank you. You good? Did that chicken hurt you? Are you a little startled? Anyway, so yeah, she's been crazy with work, and I have had less on my plate with Diesel not being on my work schedule, so I'm gonna work him for her. But I just pulled him up, and he's eating his little alfalfa mash because he's a skinny mini little off-track thoroughbred. And I just found a blown abscess in his foot, so I'm just gonna shoot her a text of what's going on and clean that up, put some stuff in it, and just throw him back outside and get the next horse, because I'm not gonna work him on that because he's a little ouchy on it. So, but at least he's getting a little alfalfa snack out of today.
You're free. And you still want to come hang out? Cool. Love that.
I'm gonna let him finish the alfalfa that Bolt didn't eat and clean him up. I'm probably just gonna do like a long lining session with him today. It's really buggy out, and I have another horse that chicken. Bonnie, come get your chicken. My chicken herder disappeared. Where have you been? Just gonna do a long lining session with him because I gotta feed here soon, and I still have another horse to work. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Hello? Hello?
You want to finish it up, sing some Kenny Hokey for your tickets. And then you can sing as loud as you want in your free seats.
Booty calls. But it's always a really good lesson in patience for Duncan. He's just chilling there with his bit in, just getting comfortable with it. I ended up having to call my mom because I needed 4 hands and I only had 2. I was feeding Bo and I sat down for a second and he pooped and exploded all over me. And Duncan was trying to eat his toes and it was just not a good time. Bonnie, where'd you go? So she took him up to her house to change him, and I don't know, she just kind of stole him. So she's gonna change him, and I'm gonna work Duncan really quick, and then hopefully she'll bring him back down. I really don't know. That woman loves her a baby. In all reality, this will probably end up being the last horse I'm working today because it's getting pretty overcast and buggy, and it's already like 4:15, so I need to feed and do all that stuff. So as you can see, Duncan has worn a bit before, but he has not worked off of bit pressure before. So all I want to do now is I just want to get him giving to the bit pressure, and then we're going to long line just a little bit. I put the whole saddle on him because it can never hurt for him to do a little more work with the saddle. Also, I could not find my lunging stuff, so we're just going to make this lunging stuff. Boop. So I've got 2 rubber driving reins here. I like to use these because they're super lightweight and they're also really easy to grip and clean, and they don't get heavier when they get wet, because I have a really bad tendency to leave stuff by the arena, and then it gets wet, and then it gets sandy, and then it's just like a time. I really don't like to like lunge the ever-loving bananas out of him before I work him, because I feel like that just gets him physically exhausted, and I really want to get him mentally engaged. I really don't like the concept of like lunging until they can't breathe, just so they're so tired they can't protest. I would rather reason with them and like make sure they understand a concept before moving on. So that's what I'm gonna do. So he knows this concept already with doing it with a halter, but I want to just, he's already pretty comfortable with it. I just want to change the communication style to with a bit. Good boy. Oh. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Good boy. Good job. So I don't want him thinking because he has a bit in or because there's pressure on the bit he can't go forward. And I want him to find the answer through going forward. Relax, honey. If he gets flustered at any point, we stop. I don't want to punish him for expressing that he's flustered or confused. And if he doesn't get something by the third time I ask for it, I change the way I'm asking. And the other thing that he learned like day one was the word WHOA. So I like to add that visual or the audio clue into figuring out that pulling back on both reins means frickin' stop. Ooh. And also add the visual cue of asking for the stop by having him turn his hip away from me, which he did perfectly. That right there is why I hobble train. So what happened was he got flustered, got confused. It's a lot to ask of a young horse. They have no idea what we're asking for, and they're trying to figure out. It's a completely weird concept, totally fair. He got flustered, he got confused, and he started getting a little tangled up and trying to give to the pressure, but also trying to give to the other side of the pressure. So he just got confused, tangled up in himself, and he started backing up as a response. I let go of these things right here because there was nothing I could do in that instance that would be helpful, and he continued to spin, and not fast, not crazy, nothing like that, but continued to try to find the answer, and in turn got his legs tangled up in these and immediately stopped and looked to me for guidance. That is why I hobble train, because it's bound to happen at some point, and I want him to be able to say, I'm in trouble, I need mom, stop. So I'm very, very happy to see that. That is also why whatever driving reins I use, I make them super easy to release from here, not tight, not a super complicated buckle. That way I don't have to try and sit there and untangle his legs. I can just undo the buckle, walk him out of the knot, and start over. Another thing I want to throw in there, he's gonna listen to me talk. Good boy. I try to be as not annoying as possible. So I want to just stand here and just be a consistent pressure for him. If I was sitting there, excuse me, and like pulling on each rein, switching what I'm asking him constantly, he's just gonna get annoyed and not understand what I'm asking and just explode, and I would not blame him at all. So I'm literally just holding these in one hand, not changing the pressure, keeping the inside rein just a smidge tighter to keep his nose bent to the inside so he stays on a little bit of a circle. My reins are not long enough to, ooh, yeah? What'd you spook at? Really glad. I don't know what he just spooked at, but I'm really glad he didn't take off. That was really cool. Good boy. So he's figuring out what I want, and that's literally to do exactly what he knows how to do, which is lunge and do it with a bit and reins. Good boy. Oh, good boy. That's so good. That's so good. We'll finish lunging there and we'll try to do a little ground driving. You're so smart. This is all about steering at this point. He's got certain points of the arena that he wants to go to. So we're just trying to go the opposite ways. Good. Turn your little nose. Good boy, that's it. He was really confused when I started this, but I really didn't have an extra hand to video. Good. But I literally just want him to walk. And essentially I'm just following behind him, keeping him going forward. And every once in a while, just ask for a direction change. And he's really starting to get it. I'm not gonna do this long because the bugs are really bad and I don't wanna overstimulate him. But I'm just using this as our little cool out. Always an opportunity to learn. Good boy. And at the end of the day, this is always my main goal. I always want my horse to be eager to meet me at the gate and eager to follow me.